My enemy, she is the goddess, she is the singer, the story, the poet. She's the song, the story, the poem.
Hello everybody, this is Mama Mochi. Oh, it's been more than a week that I've been here on my channel. So welcome for joining me. It's been a rough week for me, just physically. I think having some stress, and when I have stress, it always comes back in my body cramping and hurting. So I was really not having the energy to come and make a video. But I did get all the info about the beautiful concept photos of proof, and I want to talk about some things. And I even know that BTS are gonna speak at the White House in the United States with the president, and that's if we leave out who's the president, the fact that they're doing that, it's really cool, and I'm proud of them. And I'm curious, are they going to speak all English? Are they all going to do something? It's just Namjoon. We're going to see. I'm proud of it. But today I want to talk about, I think, to me, painful things. Because I wish if I can find it, I will edit it in, but I can't seem to find it back. But I read, somebody posted on Facebook a tweet, something from Twitter, that somebody wrote that, yes, BTS is Asian, but they're not Asian enough to speak in the White House. And I was like, huh? What do you mean? And that person went on saying that it should have been Asian Americans speaking in the White House, and not BTS because they're not Asian enough. I was like, what do you mean not Asian enough? I am not Asian enough. I have like my mother, I think she was 75 or 80% Indonesian. So what does that make me? When my father is half Dutch, half Polish, how much Asian am I then? I know I have Asian blood. My upbringing was totally Indonesian, with Indonesian food and stuff. So I am Asian, but I'm not Asian enough. You know, I'm very mixed. But BTS is Asian. What do you mean they're not Asian enough? So, and that rolled into something else. I been feeling kind of frustrated because I'm a very open-minded person. I really don't care who you love, which skin color, which gender, and which gender you identify with. I really don't. It's, to me, it's all about the person, about the soul, the heart, the light, the person, the energy the person has, and what the package is. I like you because I like you, and not because you're Asian, Dutch, German, American, black, white, green, yellow, purple, or transgender, gay, lesbian, pan. Little dude always tells me there are so many, and it's because of my illness, my brain is not always very well, so keeping things in this brain stuck is hard. So was it gender fluid pen? There's a whole lot, and I think everybody's beautiful. So little dude, he's a transgender, and he's now a boy, a man, a little dude. And So he asked me a while ago if we could watch together some BL series, and BL is boy love series. And we started out with one Korean BL, and that was Wish You. A beautiful story of two musicians finally coming together. Beautiful story, and the music beautiful. But then he took me over to Thai BL, and of course he next week, June 7, little dude will be 15 years old. So we watch BL that is suited for his age, and we're not watching the 15-year-old, but the 12-year-old, because the 15-year-old, he's not there yet. So, and it's very innocent. It's really lovey-dovey innocent. But me as a mom, me as a grown-up, it's like, this is really, really childish. Something like that. I don't mean it that way, but you know what I mean. It's like I'm not a teenager anymore. So I was wondering, okay, what if I'm gonna watch a BL that is 18? What's the difference? I was kind of curious, and thinking like, okay, I don't want. I hope I don't see anything, because my poor soul can't handle anything that's way too sexual. Let me keep it clean. So, and I don't mind people kissing and making love, but I don't need to see the making love, the passionately hugging. I don't need to see that all the way, you know. So as I was wondering, okay, let's just find. So I typed in 18 Thai, because I like the language, and I like the way it's filmed. It's easy. It's easy on the eyes, not screaming. It's not. I like the Thai, and even just the normal Thai series, not just the BL, but the normal Thai series. I've seen some. Don't remember names. I'm really bad at that. So, but I was wondering. So I was looking through, and I saw the title, Torn Type 18. So I was, okay, let's just click on it. Well, let me tell you a little short about that. It's about two men who are in college or university, and they have to share a dorm room together. And it started out good until Type found out that Tarn is gay. And Type really hates gays. And he's very homophobic. And but you will find out through the whole series why he is like that. And he has trauma. Let me tell you that he has trauma. And somehow he finds himself falling for Tarn. And that's even hard, because he is a man who normally loves women, and then finding himself falling in love with a man while he's totally homophobic, that brings like in your brain. So he has a hard time accepting that he is falling for a man. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, like, no, let's even Tarn says that at one point, if you leave gender out of it, you have a much broader viewpoint. You have much broader. So, and I thought that's how it's supposed to be. We as humans, we shouldn't be caring about gender and stuff. We should be caring about the heart, the soul, the person. Fall in love with the heart, the person, the soul, the energy, the whole thing the person is. It doesn't matter if they're women, man, whatever gender you are. It has to be about the person. And that brought me back to BTS again, about all the hate. Because I know the actors from Tarn and Type, the actors' name, one is Mew and the other is Golf. I'm not going to pronounce their last names. I'll put their picture in here, their picture, and with their names. they made two series. First Tarn and Type, and then Tarn and Type 7 years together. And in the whole series, Type has a problem by letting the whole world know that he's with Tarn. And because of, first he was the narrow-minded beehole, and but he gradually, with Tarn's help, he changed in a beautiful way, and even said sorry to friends who are gay and who he just insulted it with his awful insults. He had awful insults, I can tell you that. But he changed, and later on he's working. He's not a student anymore. He's working in a hospital, and he finds it very hard to tell anybody that he is with Tarn for 7 years. And Tarn is already there to take another step with him, to ask him in hand of marriage. But Type is like, the society here in Thailand doesn't want us to be together. We don't want to be, we cannot marry as a gay couple. And I still think Type thinks he's not gay, but just in love with a man. And beautiful story. I've seen it many times, because I find every time I find something interesting in there. But now the real actors, I think they're really became friends, and maybe that's what the fandom of these two are suggesting, is that they fell in love for real. And if that is that, I would so much say yes, I would love that. They're so sweet together. But now, these days, they get a lot of homophobic hate over them, that they stopped coming on pictures together and stuff. And that brings me again back to BTS. All the hate. Why is there hate in the world? Why do they hate people like Mew and Golf, who doing their thing? They're young men, they're talented young men doing their thing. Not only are they actors, Mew is a singer, he's a performer, he's an artist. He writes his own music and song, he has his own studio, and he writes scripts and stuff. Why do we want to hate because he is gay? We don't know if Golf is gay, but we know that Mew is really gay. And I salute that. I love that. But why is he getting hate? And then going back to BTS going to America, talking about Asian crimes and Asian hate, and towards Asian people all over the world, not just in America or in Korea or in Philippines or in wherever, India, just all over the world. Why is there hate? It saddens me. It saddens me that they even have to go there and talk their talk. Like, why? We're all humans. We're all beautiful people. Why can we just not accept each other for who we are? And if we just go into our DNA, I think we're all related. We started all at one point and one thing, and we just spread out. I think we're all related. We're one race, and that's human. There is no Chinese, Japanese, Dutch, American. I think we're all one. We're just one race, and that's human. And why is there hate in the world? So, and then going back to the concept photos of Proof, I will post them here too, because when I first saw that, I did not right away see all the bullets, but what I saw was Jimin's face. Jimin's eyes look so immensely sad. Look at his eyes. He looks so sad in every photo. And then I realized it was a shield that were standing. They were standing in front, and then I saw that there were bullets on the floor and going after them. And then my beautiful friend Natalie told me, "Did you see that every shield has different things? Like Jimin's shield is all torn. It's all torn up, and J-Hope's shield has cracks in there, and RM's shield has the most bullets with Yoongi together, and like JK and Jin has the less bullets, because they were, maybe Jin was more socially accepted because of his worldwide handsomeness, and I think all the boys shielded Jungkook for all the hate, so he hasn't have that much. But if you look at those concept photos, I think it's heartbreaking, and knowing even knowing that back then J-Hope and RM were considered ugly, and that's why RM always wore the glasses, and sometimes J-Hope had something on his face because people thought they were ugly. Why? So this all makes me very sad, and I'm wondering what and Natalie, and we talked about it, she said, well, there was with the group photo, they're standing in front of a door with all the bullet holes, and who's behind the door? And she said on Twitter, people are thinking about that too. Who is behind the door? Who is it? And she said, is it maybe ARMY? Are we behind the door protecting BTS? And I thought that was a very logical explanation, but we will see. We have to wait. Tomorrow, I think, those photos come. So, but they're amazing, beautiful photos, but still, it somehow it makes me have a knot in my stomach. So, and then together that tomorrow will be doing their speech at the White House. I don't know. It feels a lot. So I thought I'm gonna do. I'm totally open about this. I've seen XCeleste BTS Hardships many times, but I've never done it for my Mama Mochi channel. So I thought, in the line of everything that's happening with all the hate that every people who is different are getting, it's not just Asian people, but like the LGBTQ community still are getting hate. Why? And so I want to do this as a support. I'm a proud mother of my transgender son. So, and I'm a proud human person, woman, that I have gay and lesbian friends, and I love it. I remember when I was, I don't know how, that's a very long time, before I even had children, when I was, I don't know, was I still in the art academy? Maybe, I don't know, maybe just after, right after. This beautiful young man, a friend of mine, he called me on the phone, and he was breathing like here, and he said I was living like more than an hour away from him, so I know I was a safe one to talk to, because if I was gonna hate him and let him drop and fall, then he wouldn't see me, because we didn't live in the same town. So I understand that he thought of me to tell the first person in his life. So he told me with a scary breath, like, I was like, okay, just calm down, just breathe in your stomach, breathe and tell me. And he said, you're the first person I will ever say this to, but I'm gay. And I was like, oh, you're so beautiful. And I said, well, it doesn't feel like a surprise or something. I don't know. I like, wow, congratulations. I love you. I loved you before and I love you now. So to me, you're still you. And he was so happy. He was so happy. He said, yeah, and then he told me it was safe for him to tell me because I'm not living in the same town as him. And I said, I totally understand, but I love you anyway. I don't care. And yeah, and I found it like an honor that he would tell me. And he thought I would be open-minded, but he was scared. Like, I don't know. And anyway, later on went to tell his father and his stepmother, and they also were happy for him. So good memories. Those are good memories. I have lost touch with him a few years ago. It's not that we still have our contact information, but life is just too much life sometimes. But he will always be in my heart. He will always be in my heart. And the last time I saw him, he was living with his boyfriend and their cats, and I hope they still do, because wow, beautiful people. So, short story. Mama's talking today, so let's do XCeleste BTS Hardships, because I think this is a good thing to do, because of Proof is coming and they're doing the speech at the United States. I've seen it, and I know what she says. It's not to take blame or hate or something, but it makes my heart cringe. But let's do it.
This video was not made in order to relive the sadness or to hold grudges against others. This video was made to remind us that BTS didn't rise to success without facing hurdles, and these events have created a stronger bond between BTS and ARMY. June 13, 2013. BTS were only able to debut because the scheduled performers cancelled. BTS was a filler. Even after debuting, they couldn't get much airtime. Their performances were either shortened, cut from broadcasts, or not uploaded for online consumption, due to their company's lack of clout at that time.
저 당시에는 예, 우리가 막 방송을 마음대로 못 깔 때예요. 그치. 방송을 막 사람 다 차 있으면 우리 못 나오고 그럴 때도 있었어.
저 때 한밤에 이게 나가게 된 게 되게 약간 우리가 막 그랬었어 그때. 그랬어요.
되게 중요한 거고.
신기한 거고 되게 약간 원래 그렇게 따로 인터뷰 잘 안 해주시는데 막 그때 그런 기억이 나요.
저희를 구원해 주신 거죠?
From sleeping in one bedroom to using their own staff as extras, to recording an album in a garage. These were just a few things BTS experienced early on in their careers due to their company's limited budget.
지드래곤을 막말 걸어주신 거 있잖아요. 옷에 쓰인 무슨 뭐냐고. 돈 없어가지고 16,000원짜리 후배티 프린팅 해가지고 뭐좀 올라가지고 말을 못해 했었는데 아무튼.
Never feel ashamed that you don't have money. Never. Own it. Just own it. I don't have a lot of money, and I buy my clothes sometimes very cheap, but I just own it. I'm like, it's not about the clothes you wear, it's about the love you show, and BTS does that, right? Let me go back just a little bit.
Because some of the members came from an underground rap background, but ultimately chose the path of becoming idols, they were often disrespected.
사실 남준이가 그 언더에서 활동을 했다고 이제 그런 사람들이 많아요. 그 아이돌로 올라가서 나는 언더그라운드 활동을 했던 사람이다 하고 언플이라고 흔히 하잖아요. 그러면은 이제 언더 매니아, 힙합 매니아라고 하는 사람들은 그런 거를 당연히 안 좋게 보죠.
아, 지네 음악도 안 하고 그냥 회사에서 시키는데도 노래 받아서 춤이나 추는 것들이 무슨 가수냐, 니네가 무슨 아티스트냐, 저런 애를 더 이상 나오면 안 된다.
A rapper told RM and Suga that they were on the right path, but strayed away and were no longer considered real rap hip-hop artists. deeming them girls for wearing makeup.
방탄소년단에 대해서 사실 다 찍어서 말하는 아이돌 분이다.
네, 맞습니다.
메이크업이 아니다. 방탄소년단이 무대에 올라갔을 때 이제 분장을 한다.
맞아요.
메이크업을 하는 거 이제 어떤 힙합과 충돌되는 부분이 있을 것 같은데.
You know what I really don't like? Not just the remark that they say it's stupid, but those guys are a lot older, and these are two young people. I don't know how old RM and Yoongi are here, but maybe 20, 19, something like that. Maybe a little bit older, maybe, I don't know. There's no, I cannot find any date. So, but I think they're really young here. And how can you be like this to young people as an adult? How? This is so not only disrespectful, but really hurtful. And you're young and dealing with these kinds of things at that young age. My mother heart really doesn't. No.
What? Shut the front door.
BTS were being told by several people they would never make it because they came from a small agency. Big Hit Entertainment was at one point near bankruptcy and didn't have the financial power to promote and push BTS the way other companies could with their own groups. In 2014, Suga shared his story about battling depression since pre-debut days. Suga continues to discuss and bring awareness to mental health through his work.
Love him
Until
for
now,
it.
BTS
Love
has
it.
continuously been transparent about their darkest thoughts and feelings, not just through their music, but also their very public personas.
And you know what? It's still going on. Because we think something is not okay with Jimin. And I haven't seen the interview, something like interviews on Spotify. And I haven't seen it yet, but my friend Natalie told me that Jimin was real quiet. He wasn't smiling. And she said, I'm worried about him. So there's still a lot of stuff going on that we don't know about, and they're still getting hate, and makes me But the only thing we can do as ARMY is, of course, try to protect them all the time, and just reflect the hate with love. That's the only thing we can do. Don't hate back. Never hate back, but reflect. Use the shield to reflect it back with love. That's the only thing we can do, because I think what the haters most need and don't have and yearn for and is love. They don't have love in their life. That's why they hate. And the only thing we can do as ARMY is reflect the love back. Please do that. Please. Because we all have found reactors that when they first come into BTS and they have a whole lot of things to say, like 15-year-old girls falling, blah blah blah. We all know that. But then after they come back for another video, they say ARMY is really, really hard on them. And I understand that you want to say, okay, you're not right, but you can say it in love. Don't do it in hate. You can educate somebody with love and not with hate. And if you go after a reactor with hate, you not only bring down ARMY, but you bring down BTS. So, of course you can respond, but respond with love, because that's what BTS is love. And we as ARMY, we should take that and give it back, the love. And to everybody who's new in BTS, you know, who's new, just tell them with love that, you know, I found it very hard or difficult what you said, and but I understand, we all understand, sorry, that most people think this about BTS the first time, but let me tell you, ARMY and BTS are different. You can say it in, it's a whole lot of, you can say the same message in two different ways. You can say, hey, you rah, 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 or you can say, hey, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's and it's the love that should be out there. So please, ARMY, and maybe they call them baby ARMY. I understand you're new, but please, if you really understand the message of BTS, you will never comment in anger or hate. You can say your thing, but in love. Remember, please do that. Please do that. Okay, let's go on. I'm really talkative, sorry.
February 2014. BTS were accused of copying the schoolboy concept for Boy in Love, which came out shortly after another group released their music video, even though the concept is a popular choice amongst young boy bands. April 2014. During a variety show, the host confronted them about this plagiarism accusation.
수호와 겹친 교복 패션 왜 하필일까? 원망했나요?
당연히 저희가 말씀드리고
예, 천천히.
저희가 이번 사랑 이야기 학교 3부작의 마지막이었어요.
예.
그래가지고 나 언제 한번 교복을 입겠다라고 생각을 했는데 그게 되게 유명하게 시기가 겹쳐가지고.
Throughout their careers, they've been constantly criticized for plagiarism, often for outfits, props, concepts, and hair colors that are ordinary not just in K-pop, but the expansive world of visual arts.
Exactly.
November 2014. Hashtag kick out J-Hope BTS.
What? Why? Yes. Oh man, look at what they says. Yes, I hate Asians who can't sing. Kick out J-Hope. Oh man. He brings down the image. All the rest of them are okay except J-Hope. He looks like Rufus. Oh my god. How can you kick someone out of behind the scenes? Aren't those the poor people who can't make it onto the actual screen? Kick out. Oh, this makes me go. Oh my god. Oh man, this is awful.
Trended on Twitter, calling J-Hope ugly and untalented. The trend became popular enough that their friend and supervisor from their reality show American Hustle Life, Tony Jones, tweeted out saying, "Every member is needed and talented." Jin stepped in by telling ARMYs to cheer up and that all of them were working hard. ARMYs got together and trended hashtag J-Hope you're perfect
Good
to
ARMY.
comfort him.
Good ARMY.
May 2015. BTS finally won their first music show with their song I Need You 2 years after their debut, but were accused of 사재기. This is when companies buy back albums to boost external sales records. But this was when their company was barely surviving financially, making the claims groundless.
Why are you lacking? What's wrong? Why are you lacking? Let's just try again. Don't like it.
Barely surviving financially, making the claims groundless. May 2015. V was accused of mocking another idol group after they won a music show and were accepting the trophy. People began to send him death threats. However, he wasn't mocking them at all. V was known to be a fan of this group and was singing their song out of excitement. He apologized on Twitter for the misunderstanding and provided screenshots showing that he would always listen to this song before bed.
You know, I can imagine if you are V or any celebrity and just being enthusiastic and loving the song and being that you eventually just close up, because everything you do is under a microscope, and words my Dutch brain I know what I want to say, but then I was like, you say it in English. Like, we know how V was bubbly and expressive, and of course when you see him on stage he still is a lot of times, but I think he's more, and not because he's getting older, of course that's also a thing, but I can imagine that you just want to just close up yourself because you have to protect yourself. Everything you do is not, so sad.
July 2015, BTS abruptly halted their concert, The Red Bullet, in New York due to death threats towards RM. All related fan activities were also subsequently cancelled. Attendees of the show were forced to leave the venue, where there was a strong presence of security and police at the scene.
Sorry, we love you.
RM also received another death threat for another upcoming.
What must that do to your young souls? They're young people, and getting death threats. What? I don't understand. That must your soul. What? Oh, and then thinking that they're still so positive, and they're still trying to radiate positivity, love, and light, and beautiful things. You gotta have strong character, but this hurts me because they're young people. You don't hate or death threats on young people. What's wrong with you?
Show in Mexico later that month. July 2016, people began to debate over alleged misogynistic lyrics and tweets from BTS. This led to the members and the company reflecting back on their actions. BTS's agency, Big Hit Entertainment, responded with an apology and a promise to do better. Consequently, the band grew from this lesson and have since released feminist overtures such as 21st Century Girl, and in 2019 responded to their 2014 single Boy in Love with Boy with Love, a collaboration with Halsey. RM has said that since the incident, he pays closer attention to the lyrics he writes, reading newspapers and books to study the social phenomena. After he finishes writing lyrics, he consults experts of women's studies to objectively examine the lyrics.
I think that's a beautiful thing RM does, but on the other hand, I think it's ridiculous that he has to do that. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I know BTS doesn't want to hurt anybody, so I understand that he's doing this. I understand. But on the other hand, are they talking about war of hormones and that kind of songs and Boy in Love? Because, come on. Okay. Only gonna send love. Only gonna send love.
May 2016. During their epilogue concert, aunties began to use the hashtag #PlagiarismBoyScouts. Multiple fandoms teamed up to trend this hashtag in Korea.
Oh, wow.
BTS saw this, and the media latched on. June 2016. During the variety show Flower Crew, Jungkook arrived at the filming location with a bag of hamburgers for his cast members, hoping to break the ice. One of the cast members made rude comments and turned Jungkook's offer away.
Look at this. Oh, this, every time I see this, I feel my eyes tearing up, because look at this beautiful young man. How old is he here? What was this? 18 maybe? This young man having a little money, buys them for those host people, and they just ignore him. How are you adults? How can you be so cruel to a young person? I don't know how old JK is here. I have to go and do some calculations in my head, but too tired for that. So I don't know how. Maybe she's 17. I don't know. 18. I don't care. You don't do this. And you look. The look on his face is what hurts the most.
거짓말하고 느낌이 딱 먹다 남긴 느낌인데. 아니 새 거예요. 아 진짜 새 거예요. 야.
BTS has since filmed another variety show with the same.
And that is how you are a bigger person than the other, because you have the love in yourself, so you can hug him. This is beautiful. This is how beautiful Jungkook is. Really, really beautiful.
Host and spirits seem high. September 2016, Antis made yet another project called Break Wings Project to try to sabotage their comeback in October. The project was caught and stopped once comments on YouTube broadcasting the project were put on blast. Wings then went on to sell 16,000 units in its first week, appearing at number 26 on the US Billboard 200 chart, setting the then highest record for a K-pop album and making BTS the first and only K-pop act at that time to log 3 entries on the Billboard 200. Because of this, Antis took strategic pictures of non-armies and claimed that there was no line in stores that sold physical albums. October 2016. During the Busan One Asia Festival, fans were told a couple hours before the broadcast that BTS were no longer appearing because one member was absent from an injury, even though a countless number of fans were already present at the event venue and BTS was ready and willing to perform. BTS ended up performing for the fans who attended the event and waited all day, but it was at the end of the event with leftover confetti, no proper lighting, and no cameras rolling.
And that is why we love BTS, right? They just did it for the fans, but what a butthole move from the others. They're so strong that if one of them is injured or ill or whatever, the 6 of them can do it. That they're just that good together. So why? Oh, what a mean thing to do. But BTS, you're beautiful.
Their performance was not broadcasted and only fan cams were taken. October 2016. During BTS's Blood, Sweat and Tears promotion in South Korea, BTS wasn't given a waiting room at the broadcast center. So the members made do and practiced, got dressed, and did makeup in front of the bathrooms. They would practice non-stop without resting, greeting other staffers who were going to the bathroom, and other idol groups would openly look down on them. This comment was left under a video uploaded by Wei, a member from Crayon Pop. Wei responded, "Yes, that's right. All I remember is their hard work and efforts. I especially haven't forgotten RM's voice practicing Japanese." November 2016. V made a heartfelt announcement during their muster that his beloved grandmother had passed away.
Oh, I saw that. Oh, that's so sad. He's on stage and saying his grandmother is now an angel in the sky. Ah, and then knowing what haters did with that, that is so mean. Great, him and I can dance on Taeyoung's grandmother's grave together. What the? Oh my god. What's this? I can throw Taeyoung's grandmother's corpse around if that's what you want? Oh my god. Why didn't she take him with her? Ah, man, I don't... Why do I read these? This is awful. Why? Oh, Jesus.
Angie saw this as an opportunity to twist his narrative and intentions, sending him death threats and accusing him of using her passing as a ploy for attention. November 2016, Big Hit released a formal statement about taking legal actions regarding malicious rumors, false statements, and personal attacks against BTS. The company continues to pursue legal actions against perpetrators to this day, enforcing a strict no settlement and leniency policy. November 2016. Fans of another group were upset that BTS won Album of the Year at the Melon Music Awards, claiming it was done out of charity and that miscalculations were made. They called Melon Customer Care, where an employee explained that the company's internal data proved that BTS scored higher. Audio of the conversation was released.
그거 이제 그 상에 해당하는 앨범들을 해가지고 계산한 게 있는데 그러면은 저희가 보는 거랑 뭐 멜론 내부에서 보는 거랑 그러면은 데이터가 아예 다르다는 소린가요?
아니요, 똑같으시고요. 고객께서 보셨던 거는 차트랑
네.
그리고 스트리밍 그 실시간 그 앨범 자체가 나오고 나서 순간 차트에 대한 그런 데이터를 아십니까?
그건 아닌 것
아마
같아요.
고객께서 보신 전체 데이터 수치는 아마 보시기 어려우실 거예요. 그 데이터는 로엔에만 갖고 있고요. 고객께서 봤던 정리를 어떤 식으로 진행하셔가지고 어떤 식으로 보신지 모르겠는데 고객님들께서 정리해서 보신 거는 그 차트 반영에 관한 내용들이고요.
네.
그 부분이 아니라 1년 동안 고객님들께서 스트리밍 돌리시고 앨범을 산 그 이용권 말고 많은 대중들이 전체적으로 그 됐잖아요.
네.
그거에 대한 결과 전체 음원 합산 전수예요. 내부적으로 고객께서 지금 생각하신 게 혹시 내부적 이게 비리가 있는 건 아니냐라고 생각이 드실 수 있는데요.
네.
뭐 제가 말씀드릴 수 있는 부분은 비리 전혀 없으시고요. 방탄이 1년 동안 보다 스트리밍 수가 많이 받아서 상을 받았다라고 생각하시면 되십니다.
February 2017. BTS were accused of plagiarism after their performance at the Gaon Chart Music Awards. The part in question was when the no signal bars on screen resembled another.
It's almost laughable, you know, this about the no signal. How this is really
the group's past stage. To make matters worse, the creative director of the group in question created a post on Instagram with the captions, our hard work. And siblings of the group liked that post. Gaon Charts eventually posted an official statement in regards to the accusation, admitting that their own production team was in charge of the graphics, not Big Hit. BTS has not attended or performed at Gaon Chart Music Awards since, only pre-taping acceptance speeches. March 2017. Death threats were made against BTS, with their target being Jimin.
Jimin? Why Jimin? Jimin is so pure, so lovable, so special. They all are, but why Jimin? Why? What? Multiple. Twitter.
This time. This threat happened during their world tour, and Big Hit addressed this threat increasing security around the venues. December 2017. Fans of a different group were so outraged by the results at the 2017 Mnet Asian Music Awards that they filed a petition under the Blue House, the executive office and official residence of the South Korean head of state. They requested MAMA to be abolished because BTS won, crashing the Blue House petition website, which was meant for the South Korean citizens only, with traffic from overseas. May 2018, Jimin once again received death threats, this time during their Love Yourself tour in Fort Worth.
I'm sorry,
Police
Jimin.
tweeted soon afterwards that they were investigating the threat.
Sorry.
November 2018. On November 7, a South Korean court ordered a Japanese company to compensate them for wartime labor during Japan's colonial rule of the Korean peninsula. The next day, Japan's TV's Asahi's music station announced that they have cancelled BTS's appearance on their show, slated for November 9th, due to a recently resurfaced screenshot of a member wearing a t-shirt depicting a photo of an atomic bomb and of Koreans celebrating their independence from Japan. The band subsequently became attacked by the extreme conservatives in Japan, and the news was picked up by the Western media.
바로 저 사건은 방탄소년단이 입었던 티셔츠가 직접적인 문제가 됐다기보단 그건 빌미였고 사실은 강제징용 배상 판결에 대한 이 보이콧을 하고 싶어하던 일본의 어떤 그 멘탈리티가 그대로 표현된 거다라고 생각을 할 수 있는데 그래서 그 5개 대륙에 그러니까 전 세계에 걸쳐서 살고
Army
있는
happened.
특히 이제 한국 번역을 하는 한국 아미들이 주축이 돼서요.
Wow.
10몇 명의 아미가 온라인으로 모여서 이 사건이 도대체 어떤 정치적 배경에서 나왔는가, 어떤 역사적 배경에서 출현한 건가.
Wow, it gives me
그리고
chills.
지금 그 전 세계에서 쏟아내고 있는 기사들이 어디가 어떻게 잘못된 건가 팩트 체크를 다 하면서 이 2차 세계대전에 대한 어떤 그 자료들을 다 모아서 백서, 화이트 페이퍼 프로젝트를 발간합니다.
영문으로 해서 저렇게 하는 거예요?
예, 영문과
In English and Korean.
Wow.
Wow. Army. Army.
April 2019. During BTS's global press conference for Map of the Soul Persona, a reporter bluntly asked BTS about past plagiarism allegations.
사실 제가 그 윙스하고 피땀 눈물 언급했던 거는 그때 이제 뭐 문제가 됐던 내용 그 표절
Are those people not feeling ashamed
작가분께서
this,
언급하셨던 그 부분
to ask these questions? Oh my
언급해서
god.
여쭤본 거였고요. 그거에 대해서 그냥 뭐 질문이 좀 불편할 수는 있겠지만
You are uncomfortable
답변을 좀
person.
듣고 싶은 부분 때문에
I'm sorry.
네, 그거에 대해서는 저희 회사에서
Try not to be angry, mama.
저희 회사 법팀에서 작가님이랑 이야기를 하고 있고요. 저희 의견, 저희 생각도 회사랑 동일하다고 생각을 하고 있습니다. 네, 그 건에 대해서는 회사에서 지금 처리를 하고 있기 때문에 뭐 결과가 나오면 알겠죠. 네, 감사합니다.
Good answer, Yoongi. Good answer.
Netizens later uncovered an article written by a reporter of the same name on another entertainment company's news website. April 2019. SBS Inkigayo excluded BTS's Boy With Love out of its charts for the song's first eligible week. Questions about the criteria used by the music show were raised, while SBS continued to claim the calculation period did not fit with BTS's album release time. To this, Dispatch compared BTS to another group who also released a song on the same day. That group entered the rankings and took its first win for their song that week, while BTS were left out of the rankings entirely. December 2019. JTBC reported that BTS went against their own agency and planned to file a lawsuit against Big Hit Entertainment. Big Hit pulled out receipts and released a lengthy statement on behalf of Big Hit Entertainment, BTS, and the members' families. They called the media company's journalism practices into question, stating, "We have not only the video that JTBC used for the first report, but also the CCTV video that recorded the footage of the journalist breaking into our company." December 2019. MBC is accused of abusing their power to purposely prevent other groups under Big Hit Entertainment from appearing at their year-end show, after BTS chose to appear on the US's NBC New Year's Rockin' Eve countdown in New York City instead of NBC's year-end program.
Then NBC, you are very childish. Very childish. What a childish thing to do. Because BTS, you don't own BTS. They can be anywhere, everywhere they want. And then just saying because BTS doesn't come to our show, we're just gonna block everybody who's related to Big Hit? What? It's so childish. Are we still in kindergarten? What is this? This is so... Sometimes I think that grown people are more childish than children are, right? Come on. Oh, I try not to be... I've seen this so many times, this beautiful made documentary that's very heartfelt and cringy to watch. And the first few times I cried, and then I got angry, and I still feel I have a little bit of anger left. But I don't want to be angry, just want to be and reflect with the love. But sometimes it's hard, right?
According to Osen, multiple industry sources shared, ever since October, when BTS's side told MBC that BTS would not be appearing on MBC's year-end music festival, it has been difficult for singers associated with Big Hit Entertainment to appear on MBC. It is already an openly known fact in the industry. January 2020. For 29 years, the Seoul Music Awards only had one grand prize, also known as a Daesang. But in 2020, they created a second Daesang for digital music. BTS won the Daesang for physical music only, even though their stats proved that they should have also gotten the Daesang for digital music as well. BTS did not appear in person to accept the award and has only sent in video acceptance speeches since. July 2020. Naver, the Google of South Korea, reportedly invested over $80 million into another entertainment company after losing out on profits from BTS, who chose to hold an online concert through Weverse, a mobile app and web platform developed by Big Hit Entertainment. BTS earned at least $21 million in ticket revenue, according to an analyst at securities firm. He stated, "Naver lost BTS, the most popular IP of K-pop, and must have felt the need to invest in entertainment to form a stable relationship." Since 2017, fans have noticed that South Korean platforms such as Naver and media journalists were ignoring and downplaying BTS's achievements. Popular websites hardly posted anything about them, nor did they feature BTS on their front pages. Music critic Kim Young-dae and popular political commentator Kim Oh-jun recently discussed this issue.
그 뉴스의 크기에 비해서 국내 기사는 상대적으로 적다는 인상을 내가 항상 받았거든. BTS는 그 버금갈 정도의 현상을 지속적으로 만들었는데 거기에 비하자면 아주 수량이 좀 적다. 호들갑 떨기 그렇게 좋아하는 이 미디어들이 왜 이럴까? 궁금증이 평소에 있었거든. 연결되는 이야기예요. 기사들이 일단
BTS의 성공은 이제 어느 정도 보도가 돼요. 그러면 우리가 흔히 알고 있는 소위 대형 기획사의 아이돌이 그것보다 사실은 못 미치는 어떤 활약을 보였을 때 미디어에 보도되는 양이나 그 커버되는 범위를 보시면 확연히 차이가 납니다. 굉장히 좀 재밌는 부분이고, 이번 그래미 같은 경우 어떻게 들어가냐면 주요 부문에서 등극에 실패했다라고 한다든지 여러 가지 이유 중에 이거 하나가 중요하다고 생각해요. 뭐냐면 BTS라는 이 현상, BTS의 미국에서의 성공, BTS의 세계적인 열풍 자체가 제도권의 시스템을 거치지 않았다는 거예요. 그래서 이 제도권을 점하고 있는 그 언론일 수도 있고 뭐 프로모터일 수도 있고 음반 회사일 수도 있죠. 이 사람들이 보기에 썩 납득이 가지 않고 유쾌하지도 않아요.
자기 힘이 입증이 안 되는 거지 그렇게 되면.
그렇습니다.
점하고 있는 위치에서 자기 영향력이라는 게 있는데 이걸 다 거치지 않고 성공해 버렸으니까 자기 존재 이유가 없어지는 거 아니에요. 그런 맥락에서는.
December 2020. For the last few years, BTS has been the face of political discourse on the revisions of South Korea's mandatory military service, even though BTS and their company have not spoken about wanting postponement or exemptions, and have insisted that they will serve when called upon. In August 2018, all major South Korean entertainment companies held a meeting to discuss petitioning the government to revise the law to allow K-pop performers to be exempt from service, in addition to the top artists, musicians, and athletes that already qualify. Big Hit Entertainment was not among the agencies, but BTS was used as the leading example for this revision. On December 22, 2020, the Ministry of National Defense announced that a revision has been made, effective June 23, 2021, where popular culture artists can postpone their enlistment until age 30, with the requirements that the individuals must have been recommended as recipients of the Order of Cultural Merit, one of the highest national honors given to artists in South Korea. In April 2021, 26 agencies, led by the Korean Music Content Association, filed a written objection against the revision, stating that the new law is both unrealistic and unfair. March 2021, BTS was nominated for the Best Duo Group Performance at the Grammys, which was announced during the online pre-show instead of the primetime ceremony, as it usually was in previous years. Unfortunately, they didn't take home the award.
I
but
knew it,
what made
RM says.
fans
I
even
knew
more
it.
upset was that
Yes.
the Grammys used BTS as
Oh,
ratings
yes.
bait,
Oh,
teasing
yes.
that BTS's performance would be quote unquote up next, but were actually placed as the second to last performance during the 3.5-hour broadcast, and only given the time to perform an abridged performance of their song. A former managing editor for the Grammy Awards website spoke out the next day about the Recording Academy and how it pushed back on featuring BTS.
So mean.
But BTS got the last laugh.
Yes,
A
yes.
live stream of the band celebrating after the event has so far garnered more than 13
I was there too.
million views, compared to the 8.8 million viewers who tuned into the Grammys. March 2021. Topps released the Garbage Pail Kids Shammy Awards illustration and cards. Unlike the other artists who were featured, BTS was depicted as being brutalized and beaten up by a Grammy trophy inside a wax.
This is horrible. This is really horrible. This is hateful. This is really hateful. Ugh.
This isn't the first time BTS has been shunned,
I'm
put
so
down,
sorry.
or bullied.
I'm so sorry.
In February 2021, a German radio station host made racist remarks about BTS, comparing them to COVID-19, and voiced his hopes that there will be a vaccine against BTS soon. He openly cursed at them for covering a Coldplay song and said that BTS deserves a 20-year vacation in North Korea. Halsey, Max, Lau, Steve Aoki, and more artists slammed the radio station's racism and xenophobia.
Good.
The host and station maintains that it was just a joke.
And that's not a
and that
joke.
folks are too sensitive. During Zach Sang's show, a member named Liam from a boy band.
I don't like it. That's his name is Liam, and he's hating on BTS because my oldest son's name is Liam, and he loves Jimin. He's not a BTS fan, but he loves Jimin. So I don't like it that your name is Liam. No.
Called Forever in Your Mind made these comments.
I agree that they're a boy band, but at the same time, it's like the
narrow-minded.
Different, like they belong
You're
in a
narrow-minded.
different genre on their own, because I feel like there still needs to be like a European or an American boy band to be at the top, and I think BTS can just live in their own. They're BTS. They don't
narrow-minded.
They're like I don't think that they're
base
gonna.
is so crazy. It's
Dude, and it's global.
Yeah,
It's global.
I'm a fan.
I'm an army.
I can't get behind it. I don't understand what they're saying.
I got it.
I don't even know what to call them, boys or girls, because I don't know what they are. Look at these people. Look at this one.
Have you seen your own face? Oh, sorry. Sorry. No, I must not hate back. No. But have you seen your own face? It really looks like you've done a lot of things to your own face. And we know Jimin looks like this. He really looks like this. So I don't know who you are, but... And how dare you? But I know what you need. You need love. That's what you're lacking. So let's send that back to you.
I don't know which one he is. Look at those highlights. Those chunky Tony and Guy mall salon highlights. And the contact lenses. You are an Asian man. You don't need to look like a girl named Ashley.
When I first heard something Korean had exploded in America, I got worried.
I don't know. I think they look very nice. Oh, that is not what you were saying during the break.
How did this become a thing in Western culture where all these grown men and little girls are off to little K-pop boys?
A senior editor from The Economist said, "Please no." After BTS was announced as speakers at the 75th UN General Assembly. She quickly tried to backtrack, claiming it was a joke. This led to Stephen Pollard, a British journalist, to tweet this, and Anne Hegarty, a television personality, responding with, "All this about a little Korean boy band that's fundamentally not important?" So,
I'm just gonna shut up. Somebody is at my door. Wait a minute.
So when BTS was named Entertainer of the Year by Time magazine soon after, RM said, "We're not sure if we've actually earned respect, but one thing is for sure is that people feel like, okay, this is not just some kind of syndrome or phenomenon. These little boys from Korea are doing this." BTS have always been outspoken about the injustice of racial discrimination. In the summer of 2020, they used their platform and proudly announced their support for Black Lives Matter and donated $1 million to the organization. With the recent rise and visibility of atrocities against Asians, BTS released a statement on their Twitter standing in solidarity once again. These are just a few of the countless examples of mistreatment, racism, and xenophobia that BTS has been encountering around the world throughout their storied career. It will more than likely be a continued uphill battle. As artists of color who are constantly breaking records and barriers, amassing fans, and growing in popularity around the globe, hostility and jealousy will come easily from those not afforded the luxury of such a strong and dedicated fan base. As fans who are cognizant of their journey and understand that their popularity comes from their sincerity and talent, armies have a tendency to be protective, and sometimes overly so. If only because of the awareness of what BTS and ARMY are up against when fighting for fair representation.
Exactly. Hi, Jean-Luc. Thank you, XCeleste, for making this. This is that. So I have a visitor. You already saw him, little Jean-Luc. They were outside, so he has his little thingy on. This is my beautiful Jean-Luc. Yes. His name is Captain Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek, right? Huh, Jean-Luc? Hi, little one. Was je lekker buiten? Heb je lekker buiten gespeeld? Lekker buiten gespeeld, ja. He's such a sweet boy. He loves to lay on my head, on my hair in the middle of the night, right? Yeah. So you're gonna show yourself to beautiful army. Look there, there. Sean, look. Sean, look. Kijk eens. Kijk eens daar. Kijk eens daar. There. Nope. Nope. He's just like, I'm gonna cuddle the microphone. Yeah, you can. You can. But, so I thought this is a good thing to react to because of why BTS is going to the White House tomorrow, and this is still going on. It's not like it stopped. It's still going on. And I think I commend them. I'm proud of them, and I think it's sad that they have to, but I think it's good they do, because somebody has to speak up, and we know BTS has been speaking up from the moment they debuted, that when things are not okay, they talk about it. I love that. I love them for that. That's what I want to say. So I'm proud of them, but it's kind of sad that it still needs to happen, right? That there's still hate against whomever. Why? Jean-Luc, can you tell me why people hate? You don't hate, right? So let's see what they're gonna say. I'm curious. Can't wait. I'm really curious. You want my water? You want my water? But it's too low. Your head won't fit in. Weirdo. He always does that. You have clean water downstairs, right? But no, I want your water, Mama. I want your water. We always share. Right, Jean-Luc? We always share. Yeah, is my water nicer than your clean water? So, yeah, you're in the way. Are you going? Okay, bye. He always does that. He always wants my water, and his sister too. So, and don't eat my little bread. I still have a little piece of bread here. It's mine with cheese, so don't touch it. So I'm all out of it. So look, you made me all out of it. I'm totally somewhere else now. Well, we were talking about the hardship and why BTS is going to America. And I salute them for it. I think Namjoon should be president. I think so. And the rest of them are his how you call those people around the president. My English today. So, but wow, this is their hardships. You can feel it, and I know for sure there's so many more hardships that we don't know about, that they don't share. I think they have the most hardest job in the world, because they not only giving up their freedom as humans, because now they're artists, so they don't have the freedom to be who they are and want to be with people because of rumors and stuff. So they give up a piece of their life to be the artist for us, so they can give us the art they want to give us. So I think it's I don't know, I don't want to be in their shoes. And I've been on stage, being on stage and performing for people. That's amazing. That's amazing. But it's the other stuff that comes along with it. No, thank you. I'm glad they're together, like the 7 of them are together and have good people around them, because if you imagine like Michael Jackson being alone and have all the hate and stuff happening to you, man, I don't know. I'm glad there's 7 of them. So, and am I glad that you all are here. And I don't know if I'm gonna post another video this week. It's the last week that child psychiatry is here for little dude. So it's so I've been behind the scenes, not beyond the scenes, behind the scenes, working hard to find other groups, people, things that can help little dude. So but I started out, I have lots of pain in my body, in my back and hips, and due to stress, because it's hard to find the things that you want for your child. So I've been busy with that, but this weekend I'm just with my oppa. I'm just gonna go for a few days with a little caravan, with a little house on wheels, just for a few days, just to relax. And I hope I will feel better when I come back after that. And then it will be little dude's birthday. Woo-hoo-hoo, we will be 15. Yoo-hoo. So and we all like all family, like little dude's father, little dude's brother, and of course me and oppa and grandfather, grandmother, uncles, all from daddy's side, because I have no contact with my family. We all put money in a pot and bought a very nice present, something that little dude really wants. So it's a gift from all of us, because it's not something that I can afford by myself. But when you do it with everybody, one big gift, perfect. But he doesn't want to do his birthday. Little dude doesn't like birthdays. I can understand. If you have autism, you don't like birthdays. So I will be busy with that too, but I will be back for sure next week. That's a promise. And you know what? You know, it's weird. I have been doing a few rice of bantang, but I've done them weeks ago, maybe months ago, when I was really not doing well and little dude wasn't doing well. And I don't know if I want to upload them, because I hardly say anything or react to anything, because I was not feeling anything. I was just too tired, too stressed out, too concerned. So I don't know what to do. But doing them again is not nice either, because then it won't be your first reaction. So I'm contemplating on that. But maybe you guys can tell me, should I just upload them? I think I have 4 in total, or 5 something. So I'm not sure yet. But maybe you can let me know. Okay, thank you. This is a very long video. It's over an hour. So let me see if I can get it uploaded to YouTube. Otherwise it will be in 2 parts. So thank you for being here and doing this with me. And let's wish BTS a very good time in America, and that they can I'm sure with Namjoon we're gonna have the best speech ever. It's probably gonna be even better than the UN speech. A different kind of speech, but I can't wait. So Let's wait for that together. Okay, I say Hardu, Hardu, thank you for being here. And remember, Mama Mochi loves you. Bye-bye. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye. I love you. Bye-bye. Bye.